Radio Live is made possible with support from Autumn Beck Blackledge, attorneys of divorce and family law, offering resolutions to complex family issues. Support also comes from Kevin Ryan, financial advisor at Merrill Lynch in downtown Pensacola, with advice for what matters most when you need it most. Details available by Googling Kevin Ryan, Merrill Lynch. Accommodations for Radio Live artists provided by PensacolaBeach.com, an all-in-one website for all things Pensacola Beach. To review rates on hotels, book tours and activities, see upcoming events, and view the latest beach report, visit PensacolaBeach.com.
From the heart of Florida's great Northwest, it's radio. Indeed it is. I am your host, Tanya Gallagher, and I'm hoping that you will stay with us for the next 90 minutes of music and conversation. We are coming to you live from downtown Pensacola's Museum of Commerce here in the beautiful historic village. And we have an absolutely amazing show lined up for you. This month we have both new and old friends, and it's a lineup of awesome singer-songwriters tonight. So we're excited to have them here, and it's going to be a terrific night of music here in downtown Pensacola. But before we get started, let's give it up for our Radio Live house band, the Coveralls. They did a very festive pre-show set. And so also, happy December, y'all. I cannot believe that it's already been 1 year since I've been hosting this show, and it's just been so fun. It's really all because of our artists and because of this amazing audience. So let's get started. Our first act tonight is Memphis-based songwriter Kelly Hunt. The daughter of an opera singer and saxophonist, Hunt was raised in Memphis, Tennessee, amidst a motley mix of musical influences, ranging from Rachmaninoff to Joni Mitchell to Mississippi John Hurt. She grew up singing in choirs, poring over poetry books, and writing her own music as a matter of course, first on piano and then on the 5-string banjo. After being introduced to the banjo in college while studying French and visual arts, Kelly began to develop her own improvised style of playing, combining old-time picking styles with the percussive origins of the instrument. After college, Hunt embarked on a rambling path through career pursuits in farming, French bread making, and visual arts. We're so lucky to have her joining us here tonight. Please give a warm Radio Live welcome to Kelly Hunt.
Song about goodbyes. Oh, my love, I'm leaving in the morning, packing my bags. I'm headed for the town. The hollows of the hills, Lord, they got me feeling low down. The hymns of the hills, Lord, they're caught up in my mouth. I never grew accustomed to the snow in the wintertime. Never grew accustomed to telling you goodbye. Well, some things you can come to know after struggling a long time, and some things you'll never know. Only wonder why. Well, I could feel it in the wind. Well, I can see it in the sky. I can taste it in the summer rain. Bittersweet goodbye. Well, is it the moon that's keeping me from sleeping? Fall up in the sky, tugging at my sleeve, saying, come on, little darling, there's a song you should be singing. Oh, wake up, little darling, it's time for you to leave. Well, is it the moon that's keeping me from sleeping? or is it the thought of leaving you behind? There's nothing I can say now that I've not already told you, or there's nothing I can do now that I've not already tried. Well, I can feel it in the wind. Ooh, well, I can see it in the sky. I can taste it in the summer rain. Bittersweet goodbye. Ooh, 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 farewell, my love, the dawn is upon us. I can hear the birds chirping out the time, and greener than the clover is the love of my lover, and darker than the dahlia is this heart of mine. So when you smell the clay baking in the riverbed, when you see the honey suckle on the vine, well, think on me, my darling, when the autumn leaves are falling, when you touch those honey lips to the dandelion wine. I can feel it in the wind. Ooh, well, I can see it in the sky. I can taste it in the summer rain. Bittersweet goodbye.
This is my little 1920s tenor banjo. I got started on the tenor by accident. I found this one in an old busted up case, and inside had a little note pasted to the case saying this banjo was played by a man named Ira Tam in his Dog and Pony show from 1920 to 1935. And so I fell in love with it instantly and brought it home with me, and it's given me many songs. I'm going to play you one of the very first songs I wrote on this little guy. And I want to do this one tonight because it's like a little train song, and I feel surrounded by trains here. Well, trolleys on one side and trains on the other, so I'm in my happy place.
Early morning, falling rain. I'm just sitting here waiting on a train. Nothing on my mind. Don't know where I'm going, I got nowhere to be. Nobody's waiting on me. I got nothing on my mind. Some folks, they try to tell you that's no way for a gal to be. And they say everybody needs somebody. Well, maybe that's so, maybe it's not. All I know is all I got is nothing. Nothing on my mind. Some folks, they try to tell you that's no way for a gal to be. And they say everybody needs somebody. Why, I had a man once, thought he was fine, and for a while he was my number mine, but he's gone now. Now I walk a lonesome mile. There was a time I had a head full of dreams, had a heart that was bursting at seams. Now I got nothing, nothing on my mind. Some folks, they try to tell you that's no way for a gal to be. They say everybody needs somebody. I'd rather sit here in the pouring rain, all alone, just waiting on a train with nothing, nothing on my mind. I got nothing, nothing on my mind.
Y'all are lovely. All right, I'll play a little guitar for you here. This is a bit of a medley. This first song was inspired by Humpty Dumpty, which just randomly popped into my head one day. All the king's horses and all the king's men. And I couldn't place where that was from. I knew it was from something. It's from Humpty Dumpty. So here we go.
Are the king's horses and are the king's men? They couldn't find him even one true friend. He thought I'd rather be a pauper with no kingdom to defend. As he ate his meat and he drank his wine, laid in his sheets of silk so fine, laid awake and he ached for what his money couldn't buy. That's the funny thing about the blues. They come for me, come for you. They come for the king and the pauper too. There's one thing that I know for sure. There's one thing we're all looking for, and nothing else will ever do. Humpty Dumpty, when he got up on that wall, he never dreamed that he'd be fool enough to fall. That's the funny thing about love. It makes fools of us all. And all the king's horses and all the king's men, they couldn't put him back together again. That's one thing, when broken, only time can mend. That's the funny thing about the truth. It comes for me, it comes for you, oh, it comes for the king and the pauper too. Says a heart is better busted wide than a wall that you just hide behind. Better to climb and take the fall than to never love no one at all. Thistle and clover, falling rain, clouds rise like a mountain range, and they tower o'er the Kansas plains like a rocky mountain high. I don't count the minutes, don't count the miles, don't count the times it's crossed my mind. I don't count the thousand reasons why things ended up this way. Oh, if clouds can make mountains in the sky, well, so can I. I have made mountains in my mind that I've climbed and climbed, but I found that there is so much more to find when I just let go and let the road unwind. I lose track of time and just arrive, and when I watch the clouds go rolling by, a kaleidoscope of shape and size, and they're shifting right before my eyes in a constant state of change. While I blow past another county line with the windows down, let the wind inside, and it's whipping round and round my mind. Let it blow these thoughts away. Oh, if clouds can move mountains in the sky, well, so can I. I have moved mountains in my mind that I've climbed and climbed, but I found that there is so much more to find when I just let go and let the road unwind. I lose track of time and just arrive, and where the sun comes out, the rain dries up, the plains give way to the river bluffs, and the clouds all change to cotton fluff, go floating lightly by. While I wonder what's the point in trying to wrap my heart around my mind. If I climb that mountain one more time, is anything gonna change? Oh, if clouds can level mountains in the sky, well, so can I. I've left mountains in my mind that I've climbed and climbed, but I found that there is so much more to find when I just let go and let the road unwind. I lose track of time and just drive and drive. I'm leveling the mountains in my mind that I've climbed time after time. They are the reason why I've been standing in one place, but I found that there is so much more to find when I just let go, let the road unwind. I lose track of time and just drive and drive and I. Thistle and clover, falling rain.
Thank you. Give it up for Kelly Hunt. She will be back with us in the second half of the show. And of course, that show is Radio Live, coming to you live from the Museum of Commerce in downtown Pensacola's historic village. Radio Live is made possible with support from Autumn Beck Blackledge, attorneys of divorce and family law, offering resolutions to complex family issues. Information is available at autumnobeck.com. Accommodations for Radio Live artists are provided by the Hilton Pensacola Beach and PensacolaBeach.com, your one-stop shop for information about all things Pensacola Beach. So our next act over here to my left comes to us from Asheville, North Carolina, and is no stranger to the Radio Live stage. Tina and Her Pony was originally founded as a duo. However, these days, the band is centered solely around the powerhouse songwriting of frontwoman Tina Collins. As a classically trained musician, Tina is known for her tight, sweet, smooth vocals and simple exposed craft instrumentation on tenor banjo, tenor ukulele, and guitar. Her latest album, Marigolds, was released in 2023 and is absolutely fantastic. I encourage you all to go over and visit the table so you can go and purchase that from Tina. We are so excited to have her here tonight. Please give a warm welcome to Tina and Her Pony.
Delighted to be here with you all tonight. Thanks for having me. Sometimes life moves really fast And you're lucky enough to get a chance to have a moment to stop and enjoy something beautiful. So that's what this song is about. When I feel it start to thaw, slow creaking in the ice, feeling pretty raw, far away look in my eyes. Trees are being brave now, putting out their leaves of green. Gardens are growing, biggest flowers you've ever seen. We don't have to try so hard. Let's take it easy. Rivers flowing, oh, so slowly. Rivers flowing. Things are finally blooming under layers off. You're singing me a song. I let go my lingering thoughts. So let's stay out on the back porch. Twilight's falling now, burning into ashes as we watch the night fall down. We don't have to try so hard. Let's take it easy. Rivers flowing, oh, so slowly. Rivers flowing. Rivers flowing, oh, so slowly. Thank you so very much. So very much. The next song I'm going to do is called Yellow Rose. And it was inspired by a meditation that I was doing. I could talk about meditation because I live in Asheville, you guys. Do you guys meditate? I was prompted to imagine a yellow rose above my head and then watch it descend down into my heart as an act of renewal and regeneration, which I really needed because I had gone through a horrible breakup. And it took a while till I felt the renewal, but I do think it worked. I think it worked. And this is the last track on the Marigolds album that I put out recently. And the track ends with me laughing, and that was very intentional. The album goes through a journey of grief and death and rebirth. And I feel like it's part of my mission as Tina and her pony. Just to say, if you're going through a dark time, there will be light again. Even if you can't see it, let your friends hold the torch. Let someone else hold the torch, but it's coming. And I hate to say it, but the opposite is true too. If you're like flying free, you know, life moves in cycles. But as long as you can remember that, then you know you're okay. I think you're okay. So Yellow Rose. lover for a long time. If you'll let me, if I can play my cards right. Such a sweet relief to be in your arms. I was lost and searching, but could not find a line. Now I'm staring into the blue. I'm diving in deep with you. Everything is new now, like the yellow rose in my heart. Tell me, what should I do with this lovely little pain I feel when we're apart? Yeah, you never really know where it's going when it's all so new. But you hold your breath and you take a jump. Hope it doesn't split you down in two. Down the road, we'll see what's coming down the road. Everything is new now, like the yellow rose in my heart. Tell me, what should I do with this lovely little pain I feel when we're apart? Down the road, now we're going down the road. Down the road, we'll see what's coming down the road. Thank you so much. I always like to do an a cappella song in my set, and this one is a love song, but I bet you guys are wondering about the pony thing, so I will talk about the pony. I feel like there's this thing in the collective consciousness, right, that every little girl wants a pony. They say that, right? I never wanted a pony. All I wanted to do was sing my heart out everywhere I went, and to perform and travel and have a band, and I now get to do all of that. So Tina and Her Pony is my musical dream come true, and that's also, I feel like, one of the messages of Tina and Her Pony is like, your dreams can come true if you make them come true. So here is an a cappella song for you called Forgotten Spring. You drive a blue Ford pickup truck. Feels like I hit a patch of luck, and I don't wanna mess it up, but I wanna tell you, feels like I'm falling in love. You came into my life like forgotten spring. Surprise, what a little warmth can bring. And I know we both ought to take it slow. Let's fall together like flakes of Appalachian snow. Come on over, darling. You tell me life is long. Will you be my boulder, steady, strong? You drive a blue Ford pickup truck. And I don't wanna mess it up, but I wanna tell you it feels like I'm falling in love. Thank you so much.
Tina and her pony, everyone. And of course, she will be back with us in the second half of the show. And that show is Radio Live. Radio Live is made possible by a lot of folks, especially our Radio Live at 25. And so these are the folks who step up and give us $1,000 each year to make all of this happen every month. So if you are one of our Radio Live 25 members, would you mind just raising your hand? I know that I do this to you every month, guys, but it really is important because of this, because we can do all of this because of you, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So we appreciate your support so much. And if you are interested in being a part of our Radio Live 25, please come up to me or to any of our WUWF crew, and we can make that happen for you. Radio Live is also made possible by Kevin Ryan, financial advisor at Merrill Lynch in downtown Pensacola, investing in momentum of a changing world. Details available by Googling Kevin Ryan, Merrill Lynch. So our next guest here, hi, how you doing? Our next guest is Irish singer-songwriter Pat Byrne. He was born and raised in County Carlow, where he was active in his local music scene. In 2012, Pat auditioned for and was crowned the winner of the inaugural series of The Voice Ireland and received his first record deal with Universal. Kind of a big deal, Pat. In 2019, he left Ireland and settled over here in Austin, Texas. Since arriving stateside, Pat has had breakout performances at the 30A Music Festival, South by Southwest, Kerrville Folk Festival, and the Americana Festival. His performance on radio last year was definitely a highlight, and so we are so excited to have you back here with us in Pensacola tonight. Please join me in welcoming to Radio Live, Pat Byrne.
It's great to be back. I think it's exactly a year since I was here. I played for Pat's last show, and it's great to see him here still. It was one of the highlights of my year. Music's the only thing I've ever done. I've never worked for anyone else, and it's not always a very easy job, but it's nights like this that make it all worthwhile. So thank you for being such a great crowd, and to all the volunteers here and everyone working. And this next one's kind of an autobiographical song, and it's about the nights that aren't quite as nice as this one. It's called Feels Like Living. I landed on the runway in Chicago, bought a coffee, then I traded it for a beer. And the connecting flight to Austin felt like nothing. I'm gonna give this place the best part of a year. And the woman at the motel is hard of hearing. She doesn't understand the way I speak. So I straighten out my accent and give her every last cent. Said I need a room to see me through the week. And I'm hungry, but the work's not coming easy. I'm tired except for when I'm not awake. And I put on my shirt and tie, tell myself another lie. No, you're not gonna miss another lucky break. And I wake up early in the morning and fill the day with useful things to do. But the only time it ever feels like living is when I'm down beneath the surface with you. When I'm running from the ruckus, hiding from the circus, down beneath the surface with you. My show last night was wrapped up by 11. There was 11 people breathing in that air. 2 who knew my name, 2 just watched the game, 7 drowning sorrow with despair. These Sunday nights, they're breaking me so slowly, chasing down that runaway thrill. Sometimes trying to play the game feels like trying to find a vein. I'm sick and tired of pushing water up this hill, but still I'll wake up early every morning, and I'll fill the day with useful things to do. The only time it ever feels like living is when I'm down beneath the surface with you. When I'm running from the ruckus, hiding from the circus, down beneath the surface with you. When I'm running from the ruckus, hiding from the circus, when I'm down beneath the surface with you. Thank you. Thanks very much. I just released a new record, and the physical copies arrived at my house 2 weeks ago, so you can be some of the first people to get your hands on those. That song was on it, and most of the songs I'm gonna do are on that record. It's called Live from Cedar Creek. We recorded it all live in one day because that's what I could afford to do. And this is the second track on there. I grew up in Ireland, if you couldn't tell. I've lived in Austin for the last 8 years. And I wrote this song after visiting Ireland a couple of years ago. When I was 11 years old, my class in school took a field trip to the botanical gardens in Ireland. They're a beautiful Japanese-style garden in the Midlands. And there's 24 of us in the class, and I don't remember anything about the field trip, except at the end of it, they gave each of us a small silver birch tree to bring home in a flower pot. And so all 24 of us got these baby silver birch trees, and we sat them on our laps on the school bus and went home, and everyone planted silver birch in their backyard. I grew up in a police station. My dad was a cop, and we grew up in a tiny village, about 1,200 people, and so just one of the rooms in our house was the police station, which is a strange way, very strange way to grow up, but that's how it was. And that's where I planted the silver birch. And a few years went by and my dad retired and we had to leave the police station. And so I never got to see this silver birch grow into adulthood. And I just forgot about it. And then a few years back I was visiting friends in Ireland and noticed that they all had this gorgeous big silver birch tree in their backyard. And I remembered the day we got it and I wanted to go to the police station to see if my tree was still there. And so I drove to the police station and it was the tallest tree in the yard. I could see it from the street. Awesome is right. And I went around the back to get a closer look, and it was a horrible looking tree. I planted it in a ridiculous part of the garden. It was right up against this stone wall in the corner of the yard, and it was underneath the branches of the neighbour's apple tree that were hanging over. So The poor silver birch tree had to take this terrible horizontal route out around the corner of the stone wall and underneath the branches. And then eventually, though, it shot up towards the sun. And I thought it was funny because all my friends' trees were these perfectly majestic, perpendicular-looking things that seemed to meet with very little resistance on their path towards the sun. And all my friends are doctors and lawyers and accountants and teachers. It just seemed to me that their trees kind of reflected their journeys in life. And my tree was kind of doing the same thing. I haven't a clue what I'm doing with myself, and neither does that silver birch. But in the end, you know, they're all about the same height, and they all reached the sun, no matter how difficult it was. And I thought that was worth observing, and so I wrote this song, kind of about career paths, and it's called Small Trees. Do you remember those small trees they gave us at the Japanese gardens in 2001? And like beacons they stand now in our gardens at home as we venture out into the storm. Our canvas is blank, our odometer's low, our acquaintances yet to be found. And with every mistake, success and heartbreak, those roots find their way through the ground to the trees we're eternally bound. Don't dwell on your losses, don't count the days. You'll never get bigger hiding out in the shade. So lean towards the brightness, keep the darkness at bay. And if the light gets obstructed, we'll find another way. He handed me harvest, and then he jumped on a train, and I got back in the backseat alone, staring out at the clouds. Distant mountains move slow, whizzing past telephone poles. A man needs a maid, heart of gold, old man. But the disc started skipping before I got to Alabama, but the damage was done. So I started the record once more, and I rested my head to the door. Don't dwell on your losses, don't count the days. You'll never get bigger hiding out in the shade. So lean towards the brightness, keep the darkness at bay. And if the light gets obstructed, we'll find another way. Yeah, if the light gets obstructed, we'll find another way. Thank you. Okay, I have one more from the record. My mother passed away last year. She was only 64 years old. and it was a surprise, and I was just not ready for it. Thankfully, I got to spend some days with her before she passed away, but it's your biggest fear when you live in a different country, and I didn't spend enough time in Ireland in the last 8 years. And she passed away, and last year was very difficult. But I always get to see her in my dreams, and I always look forward to that. And then I'll wake up and I can't remember anything we spoke about. And so I woke up on her anniversary this year, the 1st of March, and I wrote down a bunch of things that I wish we could talk about or say to each other, and then that became a song. And it's called Mam's Song. And all the songs in the next portion will be happy. There's an emptiness here, now you're gone. There's one less voice in my world, one less number in my phone, and my safety net fell flush to the floor. Now it's a deathly trapeze, and what am I doing it for? But you come to me in the night, singing Edelweiss and giving me wisdom. And you say, what's for you won't pass you. They can't buy what you don't sell. If everybody loves you, then you're not being yourself. Value minutes more than pennies. Don't ever put a price tag on your soul. And let go of the begrudgers. Hold on to your friends. Keep close the ones that love you, 'cause they'll be there in the end. And fill yourself up with kindness. Don't let malice have a place in your soul. You're not on your own. I'm deep in your fabric. You're taking me with you wherever you go. So don't be afraid. I'm here on the sideline. I'll walk with you in the darkness. I'll celebrate the light. But you're not on your own. So I'll keep singing till I can't sing anymore. I'll see your face in the crowd. I'll remember the things that you wore. And I'll strive to be the man you taught me to be. And then when the waters get rough, in my dreams you'll whisper to me, you're not on your own. I'm deep in your fabric. You're taking me with you wherever you go. So don't be afraid. I'm here on the sideline. I'll walk with you through the darkness. I'll celebrate the light. But you're not on your own. I'm deep in your fabric. You're taking me with you wherever you go.
So don't be afraid. I'm here on the sideline. I'll walk with you in the darkness. I'll celebrate the light. But you're not on your own. Thank you.
Pat Byrne, everyone. He will be back with us shortly. So, hey guys, we're at the midway point of the show, which means that we get to do this all over again now. So how you doing out there? All right, and if you are listening online or on the radio and you just stumbled upon us, first of all, thank you. You are listening to Radio Live. We do this the first Thursday of every month at the Museum of Commerce here in front of this live, beautiful audience. And if you want to come and be a part of our show, you can do so by visiting radiolive.org for more information. Radio Live is made possible with support from Autumn Beck Blackledge, attorneys of divorce and family law, offering resolutions to complex family issues. Information is available at autumnobeck.com. All right, we are going to keep this thing rolling. Please join me in welcoming back to the stage Kelly Hunt.
So yeah, I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee, not too terribly far away. Took my first steps in Florida. It inspired me as a little wee one. But grew up in far western Tennessee, and lived for a bit though in the eastern part of the state. Anybody been to the Great Smoky Mountains? Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful part of the country. It's a place that kind of gets under your skin. And I love Pat's story, well, all of his stories, but the one of the tree, I feel like my birch would look a lot like his. But it actually, my circuitous path was trying to actually realize that music was what I wanted to pursue with my life. And as Tanya referenced in my circuitous bio, I went down a lot of dead-end roads before I realized music was my path. But when I was living there in East Tennessee, I was really trying to not make music. I was trying to focus on, getting serious with my life. So I became a bread maker and lived in a log cabin. And that was fun for a while. But actually, the opposite ended up happening. I fell deeper in love with music being there, and kind of discovered old-time music and the origins of our American folk music, which, of course, have roots all over the world, including Ireland and Africa with the banjo, and just really kind of started going down that rabbit hole. And this is a song that's kind of, references that old-time canon of music. It's called High on the Mountain.
High on the mountain, oh, looking down below. If the world is spinning now, sure is moving slow. High on the mountain, oh, I'll tell you what I see. That highway like a river running west to east, oh, from the mountain high to the valley low. Sun is rising and it's setting in my soul. From the mountain high to the valley low, and the way that road I wind, I guess I'm gonna go. High on the mountain, oh, how did I get here? One foot then the other, year after year. But I won't be here long. As soon as I'm settled in, I'll be up and gone. From the mountain high to the valley low, sun is rising and it's setting in my soul. From the mountain high to the valley low, the way that road will wind, I guess I'm gonna go. With fear comes down like rain sometimes. The fear comes down like rain, and the tears come down like rain sometimes. Oh, the years come down like rain. It's where I'd like to be, up there in the open air, wind blowing free. On the mountain, no, but I ain't up there now. No, I'm out here in the thick of it, running all around. Oh, from the mountain high to the valley low, sun is rising and it's setting in my soul. From mountain high to the valley low, and the way that road will wind, I guess I'm gonna go. I'm going to do another little one on the tenor banjo, and then I'm going to get Pat up here to sing with me on one. we met last year and hit it off, and it's been great to play a few shows with him. If you got any friends in New Orleans, we're headed there tomorrow, so let them know we're headed their way. All right, this one goes out to my mama who's tuning in from Memphis tonight, so here you go, Mom. Our bodies are but flesh and bone. They are soft and swiftly passing, and we wander through this world unknown in search of something lasting. And we fight as long as we're alive, trying to shake the ties that bind us, searching far and searching wide for freedom that's inside us. There ain't nothing in this world, there ain't nothing in this world, there ain't nothing in this world for keeps. When I lay my body down and my soul flies free, I won't take nothing in this world with me. What am I to do with earthly treasure? All the pleasures of the world, they will pass away, and the worth of a man is measured by what he's given up, not what he's gained. There ain't nothing in this world, there ain't nothing in this world, there ain't nothing in this world for keeps. When I lay my body down and my soul flies free, I won't take nothing in this world with me. All around me I see trouble, death and destruction, grief and greed, empires reduced to rubble, all the work of our hands cast beneath our feet. There ain't nothing in this world, there ain't nothing in this world, there ain't nothing in this world for keeps. When I lay my body down and my soul flies free, I won't take nothing in this world with me. So if we part to meet no more, and if this farewell be our last, I may shore, beyond the shadow this world casts. There ain't nothing in this world, there ain't nothing in this world, there ain't nothing in this world for keeps. When I lay my body down and my soul flies free, I won't take nothing in this world. I won't take nothing in this world. I won't take nothing in this world with me.
I want to get Pat to sing with me on this one. It's the tune off of my record that came out about a year ago. Alrighty. And this one I'm going to send out to anyone who's feeling restless tonight. There's something you've been wanting to do for a long time that you haven't done. This is your nudge.
We said one day we would run away. Honey, what about now? Why should we wait for somewhere, someday, honey? What about now? We ain't getting any younger, and time is slowing down. No time, no place like right here today, honey. What about now? You and I make our great escape, honey. What about now? We ain't getting any younger, and time ain't slowing down. Forget this rat race. We'll set our own pace. So, honey, what about now? We ain't getting any younger, and time ain't slowing down. We said one day we would run away. Well, honey, what about now?
That Byrne, everybody.
Kelly Hunt.
Give it up for Kelly Hunt, everyone. Radio Live is made possible with support from Kevin Ryan, financial advisor at Merrill Lynch in downtown Pensacola, investing in momentum of a changing world. Details available by Googling Kevin Ryan Merrill Lynch. I also want to note that all of our artists here tonight have music for sale online as well as here at the merch table. So be sure to check out Kelly Hunt, Tina and Her Pony, and Pat Byrne online. I know, as Pat mentioned, he has 3 singles that have just come out recently on Spotify. You can also find us online as well at www.radiolive.org. In addition, you can follow us on social media by searching WUWF on Instagram and Facebook. So we're going to keep moving right along. So glad to have this one back up here again with us. Please welcome back to the stage Tina and Her Pony.
Thank you so much. Well, if you are familiar with the music of Tina and Her Pony, you might associate cello with that sound. I played for a long time with a cellist, and I just want to reassure you that the new album has lots of cello on it. And one of my other favorite instruments is pedal steel, and so there's a lot of pedal steel on there as well. And I do love country music, I have to admit, and this next one I'm going to play is probably my most country song. This one's called Beautiful Mess, and I don't know, maybe you've been the beautiful mess, or maybe you've had to put up with it, but we've all come across that, I think, at some point in our life, so here it is. You say you're in it for the long game, and that you like to move real slow, but I can't unsee, and I know what I know. Baby, no, it ain't no lie. You know I'd lay down and die of happiness if you say you'd stick around, if you say you'd stick around. But I don't want to be a rebound. I don't want to be your soothing balm. I don't want to be your band-aid for everything that went wrong. So tell me, are you shooting straight when you're lining up your aim, and when you look into my eyes, are you just playing games? You say it feels like things are moving too fast. You don't think that you can keep up with that. Think what I'm sensing here. Do you know you can't make it last? Honey, who broke your heart? A steel trap around your heart, a beautiful mess. Still I want you around. I want you around. But I don't want to be a rebound. I don't want to be your soothing balm. I don't want to be a band-aid for everything that went wrong. So tell me you're shooting straight when you're lining up your aim, and when you look into my eyes, are you just playing games? When you look into my eyes, are you just playing games? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Such a delight to be in a room full of people who love folk music. Oh my goodness. You guys understand? Yes. This next song I'm going to do was the inspiration for one of the merch designs that I have over there. There's some stuff over there with a little T-Rex on it. And there's a little banner that says, "I love you" above it. And that came from a line in the song that says, "I love you bigger than a dinosaur." And I was trying to go for the T-Rex with like not too scary and not too cartoony, so let me know how I did. I didn't actually draw it, but just directing the art. The song is called Soul Child. And I secretly wrote it as a love song for my cat. Because, you know, there's a lot of things you can do in this life, but staying home with your cat is a great choice a lot of times. So thank you for coming out tonight to support live music. And, you know, it's a big deal. I am on the road a lot, and being away from my cat is one of the hardest things, I think, about being a full-time touring musician. So I just tapped into that cat mother love, and this is what came out. There came a time, couldn't wait any longer. Knew I had to have you by my side, by my side. And now here you are, my beautiful one. Greater than the stars, a brilliant sun. And now I have to let you go so you can spread your wings, watch you fly. Soul child, soul child. You've got the heart of a lion, more than anyone knows, and your love way bigger than it ever shows. Miss you every day, I can't see your face, so very far away, spinning out in space. Love you soul child. You're my heart outside of my own heart. I'm so proud of you. You are a work of art. I run my fingers through your hair. You'll always be my baby. I'll always be there. And when the lights go out, I hope you still hear me singing, singing to you. Soul child. Soul child. You're my beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Thank you so much. Well, I've got one more song for you. And this one sort of references a lot of the southwestern United States landscape. I lived in Taos, New Mexico for a number of years. If you've been there, you know that it's a gorgeous place. And if you haven't, you can go ahead and put it on your list. This song, it's one of the grief songs from the Marigolds album. Because sometimes life just has these ideas, like it wants to take things away from you suddenly that are really important to you. And that's a really hard thing to go through. And living in Western North Carolina feels a little bit like that right now. I don't know if you guys know about the hurricane that happened up there, but man, it really did us a number up there. And it's been really wild. It's been really wild. My home is okay, but my town's wrecked, y'all. I live in a little town called Marshall, and we got pummeled by that hurricane. So this song is just sort of about that feeling of like your sense of safety and your just whatever you know and whatever you need and whatever you're clinging to for dear life being taken from you. So I hope that this can touch your heart in some way, and I hope to talk to you all individually after this. Yeah. Thanks so much for listening. I pour a good cup of coffee and you're right there next to me. Small desert town, clear blue sky. Oh, I know I should be grateful just to be alive. But I'm feeling a desperate kind of sorrow and anger. Sometimes it feels like the universe got it wrong. Oh, I know I should be thankful for times gone by. Trembling leaves of aspen shimmer in the wind. Golden highway. Golden highway. Not a sound for miles, just the smell of sage. Coyotes in the bush, mischief in his eye. So I dream myself awake. Love the ones you love and love them fiercely. Be good to each other, even when it's hard, 'cause you never know if you get another go. You just never know. Trembling leaves of aspen shimmer in the wind. Golden highway. Golden highway. Remembering you. I pour a good cup of coffee and you're right there next to me. Golden, golden. Thank you so very much.
Tina and her pony, everyone. I just want to take a moment to remind everyone in the audience tonight that these artists all have wonderful merchandise over at our merch table. Be sure to stop by and check it out on your way out, or say hi to the artist and show them how much we love having them come here and play for us. Grab an album or two. These make great Christmas gifts. Just throwing the idea out there. So let's keep this fun going. We are excited to have Mr. Pat Byrne back up here with us. He's going to close us out with one final set. So please join me in welcoming back to the stage the phenomenal Pat Byrne.
Thank you. Give it up for Tanya, killing it here on RadioLive. Okay, I'm gonna do another song from that new record, and I actually didn't write this one. One of my best friends wrote this and let me record it. He hasn't recorded it yet, so it's mine now. His name is Eric Betancourt. He's a great singer-songwriter in Austin, Texas. He's one of my best friends, and he's an interesting and strange character. He's obsessed with aliens, and he's addicted to hot yoga. He does hot yoga several times a day, and he looks like someone that does hot yoga several times a day. And when the pandemic happened, hot yoga was one of the first things to go, for obvious reasons. But luckily we live in Texas, so Eric would just go outside and do yoga. It was plenty hot out there. He joined an online Zoom yoga class and just did yoga in his garden with his laptop. And everything was fine. And then I got a text from Eric one day that he had fallen in love with his Zoom yoga instructor. And he was going to drive to Maine to be with her. And I just read the text and, didn't believe this. So I put the phone back in my pocket and carried on. And a few days went by and Eric showed up at the house, and he has a big scary van, and it was filled with all his earthly belongings, and he was going to drive off to Maine to be with this Zoom yoga instructor, and I couldn't believe it. And I was devastated because he's a close friend of mine. I didn't want to lose him from the Austin music community, but we all wished him well, and we were also very happy because he's been single as long as I've known him, so it was great that he had found love. And so we wished him well, and we waved him into the sunset, and he drove to Maine to be with his Zoom yoga instructor. And then 2 weeks later, he was back in Austin. And he had written this song about the whole thing, which worked out great for me. I just sat back and he went through all the heartbreak and misery, and I got this great song out of it. So thank you, Eric Betancourt. He should have told her he was coming. Rookie mistake. You said I should have tried harder. I said I didn't know what that meant. You said it is what it is then. You said it is what it is till it isn't. We're always talking past one another, as if the sound waves are bent. Though I plead for understanding, you said it is what it is till it isn't. Yes, you said it is what it is till it isn't. Maybe we should just let go. Pretend I never came. Maybe we could try to find some peace of mind in this beautiful mistake. You had to look behind door number 2. Played your game outside the limits, and though I begged and I pleaded, you still did it. Yes, I guess it is what it is till it isn't. I guess it is what it is till it isn't. Past the point of letting go. In the southern sun I know my place, but maybe we could find some peace of mind in the afterglow of this beautiful mistake, of this beautiful mistake. So now I lean into the pain. The sorrow is quite magnificent. Though you begged and you pleaded, I said it is what it is till it isn't. Could you sing it with me? I said it is what it is till it isn't. Come on, Pensacola, a little bit louder. I said it is what it is till it isn't. 3 more times it is what it is till it isn't. 2 more times it is what it is till it isn't. I guess it is what it is till it isn't. Yes, it is what it is. Not this time. Namaste. I'm gonna ask Kelly to get up and join me for this one. Kelly Hunt, everyone. Oh, good idea. The second last one. Thank you. Kelly and I are doing some shows together. I know she mentioned it already, but if anyone lives in New Orleans, we'll be there tomorrow. Come on out. Is this working? Thank you, Kelly. Legend. I wrote this one for my dad. Every time I write a song, I send it to my parents in Ireland. They're my biggest fans, and the easiest place to send new music to. Generally, they say nice things. But one day my dad texted me and just said, "Can you please stop sending us these sad songs?" So I sat down and tried to write the happiest thing I could. And this is what I came up with. I spent a couple of hours. And the song is called Capsize. That's the happiest thing I could muster. In G. And Dad texted me back and he said, "Pat, that's a stadium hit." He was wrong. Sorry, I'm going to make sure it's in tune. Waiting for someone to tune their guitar is like waiting for an airplane mechanic. It's worth it.
And I'm playing a banjo and I beat him to it. It's a miracle of all miracles.
There's no
It's
excuse.
never happened before.
We're doing this for your safety.
It's 1:30, it's midday sun, it's let's just get away, it's a midweek holiday, it's a case of wine, name your place and time, it's not security, it's not stability, I don't have no place, no plan, but it's better than a smooth ride, better than waiting for low tide, better than watching from ringside, better than taking the fall, better than missing every sunrise, trying not to capsize, it's better than a compromise, better than nothing at all. I'm easy, I'm slow, I can be lazy, I know, but I'm right where I wanna be, so spare me the third degree, I'm the ripple in your drink, I'm a smile that's out of sync, I'm the rainbow at your funeral, I speak in Roman numerals, I'm almost inconsumable, my parachute's on fire, but it's better than a smooth ride, better than waiting for low tide, better than watching from ringside, better than taking the fall, better than missing every sunrise, trying not to capsize, it's better than a compromise, better than nothing at all. Ah, but you know, like I know, I'm the bottom of the pyramid, I'm socially inhibited, I'm headstrong, but it's a heavy load when the wolves are at the door. But it's better than a smooth ride, better than waiting for low tide, better than watching from ringside, better than taking the fall, better than missing every sunrise, trying not to capsize, it's better than a compromise, better than nothing at all. It's so much better than a smooth ride, better than waiting for low tide, better than watching from ringside, better than taking the fall, better than missing every sunrise, trying not to capsize. It's better than a compromise, better than nothing at all. Let's do it one more time. So much better than a smooth ride, better than waiting for low tide, better than watching from ringside, better than taking the fall, better than missing every sunrise, trying not to capsize. It's better than a compromise, better than nothing at all, yeah. Better than nothing at all, better than nothing at all.
Kelly Hahn. Everybody clapping on the 2 and the 4 in Pensacola. I love it. Musical crowd.
I got rhythm.
In Ireland, that would be trying not to capsize. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this song. Give it up for the house band, everyone. I did this song last year and I thought I better not do it again. But I walked in and Tanya's dad, who gave me a whole pig's worth of ribs, said he loves this Christmas song, and I love it too, so I'm gonna do it again. There we go. It's written by the great Shane MacGowan, who's one of my favorite Irish songwriters in general, and this is one of my favorite songs, but I only really get to sing it around Christmas time, because it is a Christmas song. And I want to say a massive thanks to RadioLive for having us here. What a great night this has been. And to all of you who are really the best crowd in live music today. It's the fairy tale of New York. It was Christmas Eve, babe, in the drunk tank. An old man said to me, "You won't see another one." And then he sang a song, the rare old Mountain Dew. I turned my face away and I dreamed about you. Got on a lucky one. It came in 18-1. I've got a feeling that this year's for me and you. So happy Christmas. I love you, baby. I can see a better time when all our dreams come true. They've got cars big as bars, they've got rivers of gold, but the wind runs right through you, it's no place for the old. When you first took my hand on that cold Christmas Eve, you promised me Broadway was waiting for me. You were handsome, you were pretty, the queen of New York City. When the band finished playing, they howled out for more. Sinatra was swinging, all the drunks they were singing. We kissed on the corner and danced through the night, and the boys of the NYPD choir were singing Galway Bay as the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. You're a bum, you're a punk, you're an old slud on junk,
lying there almost dead on that trip in the bed. You scumbag, you maggot, you cheap, lousy blackguard. Happy Christmas, me arsehole, pray God it's our last. And the boys of the NYPD choir still singing Galway Bay as the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. I could have been someone, well, so could anyone. You took my dreams from me when I first found you. I took them with me, babe. I kept them with my own. You can't face it all alone. I built my dreams around you. And the boys of the NYPD choir were singing Galway Bay as the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. Sing it with us if you can. One more time, everybody. And the boys of the NYPD choir were singing Galway Bay as the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day.
Pat Byrne and Kelly Hunt, everyone. What a great evening we have had here tonight in the Museum of Commerce. I want to say a very special thank you to our artists tonight, Kelly Hunt, Tina and her pony, and Pat Byrne. Radio Live is a production of WUWF's Public Media at the University of West Florida. Our technical director and broadcast mixmaster is Joe Vincenza. Our house sound is engineered by Tom Skinner. Master control this evening is being masterfully controlled by Christina Andrews. Our videographers tonight are Teresa Clark, Chuck Dunlap, and Jenny McKeon. Our video director is Quentin Williams. Our Radio Live chairman is the incredible Pat Crawford. Our Radio Live photographer is Elizabeth Linney. Dinner for tonight's artist was prepared by Chef Jeff and Denise Gallagher. Our house manager is Trish Allison. Our photographer and production assistants are Anthony Potts and Julian Freeman. Our stage manager tonight is Enid Siskin. Our house band, the Coveralls, is led by the ever-charismatic William Howell, who is joined this evening by Ashley Pennywell on mandolin, Donovan Murdorf on bass, and Sissy Jamaro on violin. I am your host, Tanya Gallagher, and we are hoping that you will join us next month, January 9th, the second Thursday of the month, as we welcome Shelby Kemp, Lou Hazel, and the Lubin Brothers. Until then, be sure to keep your eyes on the road, your heart on the coast, and your connection to public media. Thank you, and good night.
Radio Live is made possible with support from Autumn Beck Blackledge, attorneys of divorce and family law, offering resolutions to complex family issues. Support also comes from Kevin Ryan, financial advisor at Merrill Lynch in downtown Pensacola, with advice for what matters most when you need it most. Details available by Googling Kevin Ryan, Merrill Lynch. Accommodations for RadioLive artists provided by PensacolaBeach.com, an all-in-one website for all things Pensacola Beach. To review rates on hotels, book tours and activities, see upcoming events, and view the latest beach report, visit PensacolaBeach.com.